Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shills, deathly search, pests, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm a useful idiot. Welcome. And a good accompaniment of the video I just did about possible negotiations for a ceasefire, truce, and eventually peace in Ukraine. It's really interesting to see Putin come out recently and not only talk about the fact that he's ready to start negotiating, which definitely supports the video I just did about an outline for what could possibly happen. But also in this arena, talking about Ukraine, we have President Trump putting a 90-day hold on all aid, foreign aid packages, which apparently doesn't include Israel. But if he's going to withhold new arms for Ukraine, it's definitely going to put Zelensky in a position where he's going to have to negotiate. And I think that's Trump's plan, is to put pressure on Zelensky that he's going to have to pay the price. He's going to have to make some sacrifices. He's going to have to make some compromises moving forward. And there's no better way to do that than to cut off the aid. And it's really going to hurt them where they live. It's not only going to be cutting off foreign aid to buy them weapons and send them weapons, but also all the money that the United States is giving to sustain Ukraine society on every level, including all their civil servants, their government, and their pension plans and everything else. And so I think it's a strong position for Trump to negotiate from. And also really interesting was that Putin came out just yesterday and in a speech talked about the fact that he thinks the 2020 election was stolen from Trump, which is particularly interesting when, of course, the Democrats basically accused Russia of meddling in that election and trying to make sure that Trump won, which, of course, is all hoax. But I'd be curious to see what kind of information that Putin is looking at that makes him think that the election was stolen from Trump in 2020. I would have to say that Putin probably has some savvy and an insider's feel about what election fraud looks like. So to have somebody on the outside looking at the election system, and perhaps they have intelligence sources that supply him with information that we're not aware of. But very striking for him to say that, and even more striking for him to say that he, as Trump has suggested, that under the circumstances, if Trump had gotten elected, he probably never would have invaded Ukraine. And I think that has to do more with the fact that when Biden came into office, he was not ready to negotiate at all. And in fact, the Biden administration or whoever was running the government and other Western powers were very active in undermining any kind of peace efforts. And so the fact is, Putin knows that Trump would have at least been able to talk to him directly, and perhaps negotiate the way out of starting the war in the first place. So the conditions would have been a lot different with Trump as president. But I have to say, everyone has to agree that both those statements by Putin that the 2020 election was stolen from Trump, and the fact that he never would have invaded Ukraine if Trump had become president are pretty startling, and once again are very supportive of Trump at this moment. And so that portends well moving forward that Trump will indeed get Putin and Zelensky to the table and come up with an agreement. I'm a useful idiot. Don't you be one too.